So the main question everybody is asking is which handheld has better battery life, the Steam Deck OLED or the Nintendo Switch 2 while playing Cyberpunk 2077? Now there are a lot of games on the Steam Deck that can last over 4 hours. So the answer might seem obvious, especially the fact that the Steam Deck OLED has a 50 watt hour battery. And I spent some time with the Nintendo Switch 2, and I can tell you that it lasts over 2 hours with the Nintendo Switch 2, but with the Steam Deck, that's still something to be determined. So today we're going to test the Steam Deck OLED to see exactly how long it would last versus the Nintendo Switch 2 with Cyberpunk 2077. But the best part about the Steam Deck is the fact that you can check the Steam Deck's battery in real time while you're playing the game. So I'm just going to walk around the open world in Night City, and as you can see, it's playing at 30 FPS, 720p. And let's see how long the battery can last at just 720p with around 25 to 30 FPS currently. But I'm in the open world, and on the Nintendo Switch 2, it lasted in the open world over 2 hours. I believe 2 hours and 14 minutes around that time. So let's check how long the Steam Deck will last. And it's showing 2 hours and 13 minutes at 97%. So I would round that off at about 2 hours and 30 minutes, or maybe even 2 hours and 25 minutes. So the Steam Deck does last a little bit longer, but you can't forget that it is lower resolution. Currently it's running at 720p. So I could choose to bump the resolution up to 1080p if I wanted to, but you wouldn't actually see the pixel difference because this only goes up to 800p. But I guess we can expand the game so it takes up more pixels just to see exactly if that affects the battery. And the battery's still hovering around 2 hours and 18 to 2 hours and 20 minutes. So the Steam Deck lasts longer, but I'm betting if the Steam Deck had a 1080p screen, it wouldn't last as long. So in my opinion, because the Switch 2 play Cyberpunk 2077 at 1080p quality mode, and that's the mode I play the majority of the game in anyway, and it lasts close to 2 hours and 20 minutes. But if we're trying a handheld like the ROG Ally at 1080p, it probably would only last around an hour and 45 minutes. But yeah, that's a battery reference between the Nintendo Switch 2 and the Steam Deck OLED to whoever was asking to show a comparison.